Karen Maddox thought she could fake an arrest warrant and get away with it. The problem? She forged the signature of the one man who actually signs real warrants in the county. Me. Sheriff Nathaniel Reed. She built a fake courtroom, issued counterfeit fines, and even tried to have me arrested. Her empire of delusion stood tall until it came crashing down, live on TV. You're not going to believe how far she went before it all exploded in her face. Karen was the kind of HOA president who believed her clipboard had more authority than the Constitution. She strutted through Maple Glen estates like a suburban warlord, issuing fines for mismatched fence colors and wind chimes that didn't meet her definition of harmonic tranquility. Most people put up with it, assuming she just needed a hobby or a therapist. But the day she slapped a warning notice on my mailbox for parking my fully marked sheriff's cruiser in my own driveway, after a 14-hour shift, was the day I realized we had a problem. At first, I laughed it off. Maybe it was a mistake. But it wasn't just a note. It was a $300 fine, printed with fake municipal seals and made payable to an HOA discretionary fund. I left a sticky note in response. This is an official law enforcement vehicle. Please refrain from impersonating legal authority. Any reasonable person would have backed off. Not Karen. The next morning, she showed up at my front door in a blazer and heels, holding a clipboard and an envelope. Sheriff Reed, she said sweetly, you're in violation of Section 9B, Vehicle Uniformity Ordinance. This is your final warning. Karen, I am the sheriff. Exactly, she snapped. You should know better. I suggested she take it up with the county clerk. She smiled ominously. Oh, I already have. Then came the smear campaign. Karen emailed the neighborhood, accusing me of abusing my authority and neglecting community harmony. Attached, a grainy photo of my cruiser and a quote she made up entirely. No citizen is exempt from the aesthetic code. One neighbor even caught her in my driveway, measuring wheelbase clearance with a tape measure. This is a citizen inspection, she said, stone-faced, when I confronted her. I have the right to protect neighborhood integrity. I played along, told her I appreciated her dedication, and started collecting evidence. A week later, I received an envelope marked Warrant, Urgent. Inside was a fake arrest warrant for myself. It had my name as the issuing officer, a fake seal with Count Ray instead of County, and accused me of obstructing HOA peace. My deputy Carla took one look and said, "Did a raccoon with a law degree write this?" We started digging. Deputy Ronnie, our cybercrimes investigator, found emails Karen had sent attaching fake incident reports, complete with made-up complaint numbers and police logos. One email claimed I brandished my badge in a threatening manner. She held Zoom meetings titled Neighborhood versus the Sheriff and had residents recite oaths about protecting the HOA Constitution. I attended one undercover. Karen appeared in front of a flag wearing a fake badge, speaking into a karaoke mic. She launched into a PowerPoint titled Operation HOA Freedom, claiming my parked cruiser was a threat to neighborhood peace. Her grand finale? A dramatic video with slow-motion shots of my cruiser, ominous violin music, and the line, "This is our Lexington. This is our Alamo." Her plan, deliver the fake warrant to my department's external complaint box. He can't arrest himself, she cackled. We just need someone brave enough. I wasn't laughing anymore. She was manipulating elderly residents, faking legal documents, and inciting action against a public official. The next morning, I visited her home. Calm, clipboard in hand. This is a compliance notice, I said. Unlawful signage, impersonation of a public officer, and distributing fabricated documents. You don't scare me, she hissed. Good. Because next time, it won't be a notice. It'll be an arrest. Days later, a neighbor found Karen's garage converted into a courtroom, complete with chairs, a podium, laminated rules, and a photo of me labeled defendant. She held fake trials, complete with mock exhibits and opening arguments about my aesthetic violations. She wore a graduation robe and made people stand when she entered. Even her most loyal supporters began to distance themselves. One texted me she thinks she's Judge Judy with a landscaping obsession. Then came her final blow, a flyer announcing the community trial. Final verdict. No phones allowed. Signed by the Karen court. Deputy Carla found her past. Karen had been a legal secretary years ago. She was fired after staging a mock trial in a bank lobby. It all made sense now. So I decided to attend her trial. In full uniform. Sheriff Reed, she said when I arrived, you weren't summoned. Just here to make sure no real laws get broken. The garage was packed. Karen banged her plastic gavel. Today, we judge the unbecoming conduct of Sheriff Reed. She presented a chalkboard drawing of my cruiser crushing a daisy and causing 3 confirmed dog panic incidents. Dennis, a longtime board member, finally stood up. Karen, this has gone far enough. You forged documents. Misused funds. You printed citations using our cleanup budget. Carol added, you're in contempt of reality. I stepped forward. This show is over. You've crossed into criminal territory. You can't arrest me here, she scoffed. You made this a court. Your rules. In real court, forgery is a felony. Carol held up papers. We took a vote. Effective immediately, you're removed as president. Unanimous. Karen's jaw dropped. I built this. I am the HOA. I took the gavel from her hand. Not anymore. Applause erupted. Carol led an audit. The results. Karen had stolen over $14,000 in HOA funds, invented fake committees, bought robes, badges, and a commercial printer labeled emergency citation supplies. She paid herself as a consultant, even claimed mileage for driving to her own house. The board voted unanimously to press charges. The local prosecutor agreed. Karen was arrested for forgery, impersonating a public official, and embezzlement. Then came her downfall, live on the evening news. She appeared wearing a fake ID that read HOA command and presented a new forged warrant. On live TV, the anchor whispered, that's a felony. Karen stammered, it was symbolic. Performance art. You literally said official. Clips went viral. The prosecutor added charges. In court, she represented herself. Her defense? Energetic law versus boring law. The jury took 40 minutes. Guilty on all counts. She served 6 months, was fined, banned from ever serving in an HOA again, and barred from using the word warrant in any legal or informal context. And yet, even in jail, she tried to create an inmate HOA. Eventually, she sued the Maple Glen HOA from her cell, alleging emotional genocide by burger event. The judge dismissed it with, this is not how any of this works. Karen became local legend. Maple Glen created the Karen Amendment to prevent any one person from having that much power again. We framed her fake warrant, Comic Sans and all. Karen eventually moved to another neighborhood. The final twist? She presented the HOA Reform Award to Maple Glen herself, in front of a packed gala. No clipboard. No gavel. Thank you for stopping me, she said. Failure led to something better. Then she handed me the plaque. The tyrant had fallen. The neighborhood had risen. And the next time someone asks, can I hang a flag here? We smile and say, as long as Karen doesn't issue a warrant, we're good.